Hey guys, welcome to Desert Armory and More. As I sit on my short, I'm going to be later the next few days, probably by an hour and a half to 2 hours later than normal, and we'll just see how the live goes. Normally I start at 6 p.m. Arizona time. We're going to start roughly to 7:30, 8 Arizona time. So I posted a short about it. That way you guys know roughly that my time's changing a little bit. What is up, Eastern Washington? Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. What's good, Eastern? What's good? None. How's it going? Not much. We decided we'd do our lives here and a little bit later than normal because I got family that just moved in the area, and I've been spending my evenings with them and figuring out things with them. And so I'm starting my lives at roughly 8 p.m. Arizona time instead of 6 p.m. Arizona time. So, yep. And then I'll run them about an hour and a half maybe instead of 2 hours. We'll see. But it's going good. I had a profitable day. Nephews helped me do some lawn mowing and weed whacking. And then I took them for lunch at Mickey D's. Then moved some stuff from my parents' place to my house that was still over there from when I moved from California myself. So, yep, finished that up. Got it underneath my car tarp cover. Yep, he is. God is good. There's always something to be thankful for. Yep, there's always something. Even if you can't find something, the one that you can always be thankful for is you're still breathing. Even if it is a hard situation, you're still breathing. You could be 6 feet under, right? How we doing, Nun? Or Nunu. Sorry, I think I said Nun earlier. Nunu. Yep. So somebody asked me, and I forgot to do it last night. Somebody asked me the night before last, what are the most common pistols or rifles that I use the most? And so I was like, well, that's going to be kind of hard to figure out. But I was like, most of the time that I use the most would be handguns because they're a little more fun, I think. But yeah, most of the stuff on the counter I would use the most, practice-wise and whatnot. Especially these two here are my EDCs, so I use those a fair amount to, just practice whatever. And then I like shooting that Canic, and these two 22s are always fun. 5.7s right there, an FN. We got our double stack 1911 here, and our good old AR. Yes, it is. It's a 5.7 FN. Yep. I have two 5.7s. One's a PSA Rock, and then that one right there is my FN I've had first. Hey, what's up, Alex? I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. Yes, don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. There's 14 of you in the chat. We do lives. The next few days is going to be roughly 8 p.m. Arizona time. Normally, I start at 6 p.m. Arizona time. So next couple days is going to be 8 p.m. Arizona time, unless something changes. And then we do lives then, and we do shorts of shooting, shorts of mine exploring, shorts of hiking, shorts of some of my work. I'm a handyman. How reliable is a PSA Rock been for you? Okay, so recently I haven't had that very long. And welcome to the chat, Steak for Life. I like that. Steak for life. Oh, I can take a steak. Can you share, brother? Anyways, I haven't had it very long. Honestly, I've only put in probably 2 mags through it. So, haven't shot it a lot. Every single one fed great, as far as I know. Let's see, Anderson, my G17 and G26 would be your most used firearms. Gotcha. Some of it too varies. If I have nephews around, those 22s on the counter, these two 22s get used like crazy. And my other 22 pistols and my 22 rifles. Because it's perfect for them for plinking, and they just go at it, and I got lots of mags for them, so I've got like 5 mags for this one, 5 for that one. They love shooting those two, Adam Johnson, welcome to chat. Alex, what gun in that in the front of the black one? It looks like it has a suppressor. Let's see. I don't have a suppressor on any of them. Let me turn the light on. Hey, there we go. Hey, what's up? A Mac 10? I do not. There's a TSIS double stack 1911, and then I do have a MP5 clone with HK parts. Welcome to the chat, by the way, Sean. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If you like the stuff, double tap the screen and subscribe. That's our subscription counter. Hey, we just got 2 of them. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. If you like lever actions, we got plenty of classics of those. If you like double actions that are classic, double stack 1911 is in 9mm. Sorry, I didn't clarify that. We've got a lot of shotguns here. We got 3 pumps, a single shot 10 gauge here, a lever action 10 gauge, a single action 410, and then a double barrel 10 gauge Beretta. Got an M1. I do not. I'd love to have an M1. That would be nice. Thanks for those subscriptions, people. I really appreciate it. Lokeland Huntley, welcome to the chat. How are you this evening? What is one of your most used pistols or firearm that you have, if you have one? The question was asked 2 days ago as a request if I could put my most used firearms on the table. So I use these ones fairly often. I practice with my double stack TSIS. Hey, welcome TDR. Thanks for joining the chat. If you're not subscribed, go ahead. Thanks for the subscriptions. Double tap that screen, folks. I practice with my TTI Canic a lot. It's a combat. And then the Sketch Canic FSX. And then my 5.7 FN. And these 22s get used all the time. They're fun to plink with, right? And then these are my 2 EDCs. Excuse me. Got a little tickle there. The FN's beautiful. Yeah, you want to see that a little closer? There she is. And I have extended mags for them. Currently, they can fit 20 in them. I do have 2 mags that are 10s because it was a California model when I bought it. So they're 10, but I do have some 20s, and I have 1 or 2 30s. So those are fun. Love that. Believe is a repeater revolver there. That is a revolver there. Yes, it's a 45 Colt, but a Cimarron. Yes, that is called an SFX Sketch. It's a Meta FXX Sketch. It's a series they make for the collectibles. That one's number 624 of 2,500. Spotted Carp, how are you doing? Appreciate you coming by. I actually have oh no, I don't. I was going to say a TX22. I have a 22 Taurus, but it's not a TX. It's the pop-up barrel. I think they call it a PT22. Not sure. Thanks for coming by the way. I think you might be new. Appreciate you coming by. But yeah, one of those would be sweet, right? I've heard that. I've heard it sounds like an A10. That would be cool because that's one of the most wonderful noises. I am planning on sometime getting one of those or a safety switch for this booger. That would be fun, right, guys? And I do have something coming for that in the mail, hopefully next week. So stay tuned and we will have an unboxing. Something for that MP5 clone made by Sensory Arms. Hey, how are you doing? Sorry, unfortunately, I can't read that exactly, but I think you're saying something about they're beautiful. I'm not sure. No way MP5, you're him. That is a clone, but it does have HK parts internal. So technically it's more HK than not, MP5 than not. And of course, we've got our sniper rifle here too. That's a 338 Lapua. Hey, Willoho, bienvenidos hermano. Gracias por vienen. If you had to get rid of one gun to save your life, which would you choose? Get rid of a gun? Huh. That one right there, because I need to get rid of it. This one right there. Bolt action 380. 308, sorry. Savage Access. I've shot it about 5 times. Never used it since. Would love to off it somewhere. Big off. Thought you was a trial for the CEO. Nope. Classic hunting rifles. Yes. I have. They're in here. Would you like to have that as a request for next time? So I do make requests. So I'll have people ask, do you have such and such in the chat? And if I do, I'll put it on the table tomorrow's live. Desert, please don't tell about what. If you want to see my classic hunting rifles, I got two of them there in there. The Remington 700s, and then the good old 3030s behind me. Oh, it's right there. I have one. I only have one. They're called sporting rifles. Hey guys, 67 of you in the chat. Thank you for coming by to Desert Armory and More. We hope you're having a wonderful evening here. We are having a great evening here in southern Arizona where we live. It's been a wonderful day. Got a lot accomplished. Cut some weeds with the nephews. Hung out with them. Had some lunch with them. We had a great time. How was your weekend so far? Double tap that screen if you like this stuff. Really appreciate you coming by. We do shorts of cave exploring, hiking, shooting, lives of talking about guns and whatnot. All sorts of stuff, folks. Really like your collection of guns. I definitely need to get more. Yep, you do. You need more. Yeah, I have a lot of classic as well as wood guns. I love wood. And so a lot of my rifles are either lever action, wood stock, bolt action. I have an AK, it's wood. Not my AK shotgun though, that's not. That's all polymer, plastic, and metal. I really like, okay, you already said that. Thank you guys for coming by. It's been great. Let's see, yesterday and the day before, boy, it was slow. Hey, what do we got here? Spottable, how do you like that Thesis Night Stalker? It's been good for me. The only thing it doesn't like, maybe it's just the gun, it doesn't like 115 grains. It prefers 124 or 138, 140s. So I run 124 in all my 9 mils. Other than I do have a lot of 115, so I'll use those up in the guns that like them. Had one for about 1 day at the gun shop I work at, and he never came back to tell me how it shot. Okay, that could be good, that could be bad. Would you get an RPG if you could, and what one would you get? Hey, welcome to the chat. Thanks for coming by. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. I can't read your name, but thank you for asking that. I don't know the different models of on RPG, so unfortunately I couldn't ask that question. I've never even handled one. That would be cool. My local gun and pawn has something that looks like an RPG thingy, but it's actually a huge spotting scope. You know, nowadays spotting scopes are what, like, you can get them like that long or this long, you know. But now it's like, back then it was like this big around and it looked like an RPG, you know, or something like that. Or a bazooka. It looked like a bazooka, actually. But yeah, appreciate you coming by, guys. But yeah, how's your days been? Hey, I haven't seen this guy. Who's this guy? Wait till he turns outdoors. I have the exact same Colt 223. Okay, that one's actually a Delton. It looks like a Colt. It's deceiving. It's not as expensive as a Colt. It's a Delton. I don't think they make Deltons anymore. I don't know who bought them. I've had that about 5 years. I've got Vortex Strikefire Red Dot with a 3x magnifier by Vortex. It's been great. I love the thing. Yes, it is a great pew-pew. Yep. RPG-7 is for the people in the Texas Instrument. Javelin is for Americans. So, Texas Instruments. Gotcha. As in, like, the calculator? Looks just like my Colt. Do a video of my Colt once I get back from vacation. Nice. Let me screenshot you. You're new to the channel. I haven't seen you. Let me screenshot you. Let me see if I can find your handle so I can subscribe to you. Let's see, which one was yours? Unless you're public, and if you subscribe, I can subscribe right back. It'll be very easy that way. Nunu says, it's been a great Saturday, man. Coronas and cutwaters got me feeling going. Cutwaters, you're out on the water on a lake or something? Go fishing? Just riding around? What? Let's see. What is your little emblem? Is a little hard to see. Looks like a wagon wheel in there. For some reason it's not popping up with yours. Probably because you just popped in. It was good. Okay. Thanks for the subscription, guys. Appreciate it. No, it's from Bruce. Oh, sorry. I don't know. I don't drink, so I don't know if I'm public or not. And I only have 7 subs right now. I just made my channel. Okay, perfect. Hey, could you put your channel handle? I know you've got a name there. Wait till he turns outdoors. But could you put your channel handle in the what do you call it? It's a turkey with a deer and duck. Oh, is that what that is? Maybe it's popped up now in the chat. I don't see it. So I can subscribe back. Oh, just touching the screen, YouTube. I would love to subscribe back to you and get you. I could get you probably 3 subs because I have this main account, and then I have 2 other emails. That one's for my business. I own a handyman business, and then the other one's just for junk mail stuff. So I could get you 3 of them. It's just that no spaces. Okay, so it's at wait till he turns outdoors. Okay, Amar, welcome to the channel. Unfortunately, I cannot read what you said. I don't know Arabic or whatever that is. You just subbed. Appreciate it, guys, for those subscriptions. The question for tonight was, what is your most used firearm if you have one? Seja, welcome. How are you doing? Do you like a 454? I've got one. It actually shoots 454, 460 Smith & Wesson, and 45 Colt. I don't have it out right now, though. I love shooting the thing. It's just expensive to shoot. It's in that blue box over there. It's a Smith & Wesson. Let's see. Texas Instruments makes the targeting computer for the Javelin. Okay. I mean, I knew they made it calculators, those higher-end ones. Missile launcher along the Martin and Marete. But, yeah, some Texas Instruments that make the calculator. Same one. Okay, I wondered. I just started hunting. Last weekend I did, what do you call it? Dove. Unfortunately, there was very few dove. The gun I had wasn't quite tuned the right choke for number 6 shot. So I gave up and went out exploring instead. And so I have some shorts from last week doing mine exploring. If you want to see that and hiking around, they're on there. They're my shorts. Guys, double tap the screen. There's 115 of you in here. It doesn't hurt one bit to double tap the screen. It'd be great, guys. We really appreciate it if you could. We have a whitetail hunt coming in mid-November. That'd be great. Fishing, I do have a hunting license and a fishing license, the combo. So I do both. Fishing I haven't done in a long time, so hopefully to do that here. And then I was hoping to do some dove before the season, this first season ends in Arizona. I was going to do it this morning, but unfortunately my ear, I got an earache, so it was hurting. I do. Saja, I have a lot of double barrels. Okay, so let's take you off the stand, guys. I'll give you a tour here. Thanks for the subscription, guys. So my most favorite double barrel is this 10 gauge Beretta Silverhawk from 1964. It's a 10 gauge. It's my most expensive I think I own, as in like I paid for it. And then I have one I'm working on right here. There's a bag of parts, forearm, the rifle, the butt. There's the receiver. This is another butt for one back there that we're working on. This one here you can barely see. This is another one we've been working on. I need a forearm for it yet. And then I have a whole bunch right here. This is a 10 gauge here. That's a 12, a 12, a 12, and a 16. This one's a modern one. It's a Zastava made in Yugoslavia. It's an M75. From here down, they're all antiques. So they're 1889 and older. You got 170. Yes, that's very nice. Thank you guys for coming in. It's so easy to double tap that screen and watch. It's so easy just to tap that with your thumb. We'd really appreciate it. Like right now, if you like that Lapua, go ahead and double tap the screen real fast on it. We'd really appreciate that. Those are my double actions, or sorry, my double barrels that I have. I have quite a few of them. I have 2 little single shot 9 rimfires right here that are called garden guns. They fire this little dinky thing right here that's rimfire. It's a shotgun shell. And then we got a single shot 10 gauge right here. New England Arms. This one is a lever action 10 gauge. It's a model 1901, made in 1901. That's a 10 gauge. And then a 410 single action. That one's an Ivor Johnson. Then we have 2 12 gauges that are both 1200 series. This is the Remington 1200. This is the Sears and Roebuck 1200, made by the same. This one's just older. It's from the 50s. That's from the 70s, I believe. Then we have a 12 gauge choked. These are fixed modified chokes. This one's a chokeable one. That's the one I was trying last week for hunting, but wrong choke for number 6. It wasn't working. That's 20 gauge Weatherby. There we go. Unfortunately, I dinged it up a little bit when I was carrying it because I had my firearm on my side, and my 45 1911. was lightly tipping and making the finish go off, and I was a little ticked off at that. But hey, it is what it is. We have a few military here. We've got a SKS right here, and then we have the next one over is a Mosin Nagant, and then we have a Mauser and a number 4. Sorry, a Mark. It's a number 4 Mark 1 Lee Enfield. Hey, welcome, Jeff. How are you doing? I have my own cardboard gun. Hey, I started out with that too, as well as little cap guns. Thanks for the subscription, folks. Really appreciate it. Hey, look who we drug in. Don't call me Radio. How's it going, brother? Welcome, Jeff. Welcome, Radio. Appreciate you coming by. We're having a great evening. Decent amount of people in. It's been a blessing so far compared to the 2 other days. The question tonight is, what are your most used firearms, or that you are the most proficient in, that you use the most often or practice with? So we've got our AR-15 Delton. We've got our Colt 5 Cimarron. Here's our Thesis Double Stack. We've got our TTI Canic Combat. We got our Canic Sketch. It's a Elite series called the Meta Signature Series. Sorry. SFX. We got our FN 5.7. Our little 22 for Plinkin. Another 22 for Plinkin. Our EDC 2.0 Bodyguard and 380. And our 9mm 365 SIG. Springfields. I have one. My 45 1911 is a Springfield. That is the only Springfield I own. I believe so. George Puckett, thank you so much for coming by. I knew some Pucketts in California. Not sure if you're related to them or not. Built a garage for them years ago when I lived there. Welcome from Malaysia. How are you doing, Marie? Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you stopping by. How was your evening today? Got a lot of you guys in the chat. We've got some lever actions over here. We've got a single shot Stevens. We've got a 2520 Model 92 Winchester made in early 1900s. We have a late 1800s 3220 Model 92, a Model 94 2535 early 1900s, and then we have a 1970s 44 Magnum Model 94. What state are you in? I am from Arizona. Looking to trade my N17 for new carry pistol. Any recommendations? Most people are not trading in N17s. Mine's an M18. Yes, double tap that screen, folks. Really appreciate it. It's free to do. But I would suggest, depending on what you're doing, if it's for an EDC, probably a 365 or one of their versions. Some people are straying away from the SIGs. If you don't want that, get an MMP 2.0 Bodyguard or the MMP Shield 2.0. Or if you want a little bit bigger, you can get, I think it's the same size as the Shield, the Canic Prime 9. Very good guns. Participate in my first USPSA. Nice. Tomorrow. Well, congrats, Dante. Welcome. Thanks for coming by. Dante Perez. Not sure if I've seen you in here. Super excited but nervous. I would be too, brother. And then we got our tactical 12-gauge shotgun from Atlantic Firearms. It's a DDI 12, I think it's called. Then we got an air gun that I shoot with squirrels. It's a 25 caliber PCP. 32 rimfire rolling block Remington. We've got our 36-inch 12-gauge Marlin Original Goose. Our 308 Axis Savage. Our AK Kalashnikov. And those two projects back there. And then we have our MP5 clone. It's a HK-47. HK-47, yep. Which one is the air gun? The blonde wood one, right there. The real light colored blonde color, that one's my air gun. It's a really high-end one. 338 Lapua right there. Ruger Precision. Model 99 Savage, right there, lever action. And 300 Savage. Two garden guns, this one and that one. 3030 Rossi, made by Taurus. We got an old Kentucky rifle, this real tall one. And the very tall one is a Schneider, made by Enfield, 557 Schneider. Waldner, welcome to the chat. Not sure if I've seen you around or not. Appreciate you coming by. Guys, appreciate those likes. These are our subscriptions. Wouldn't that be cool if we could get to 800? That would be such a blessing. You have 10 seconds to pick a gun. Which one are you choosing? That Canic TTI. More than likely. If not, That one. They are. M16, no, that is a normal AR-15 by Delton. Welcome, James. Used to carry a Canik TP9. Never had any complaints. Yep, thank you. It's my first time in your live. You have an amazing collection. I'm super jealous. Thank you, Dante. I appreciate you coming by, and I'm guessing you subscribed. My subscriber count has been going up, and I appreciate that. Thank you all for coming by. Let's see. Walden, yeah, welcome. We all cracking the Kentucky Rifle. Crazy Raccoon Lady. Love the name, by the way. Yeah, that'd be fun, right? I want to eventually get that one going. Daniel Woodward, Mini 14. Unfortunately, I do not have one. Would be fun. A Ruger 44 carbine. Gregory, welcome to the chat, too. I almost bought one years ago at a swap meet for $650. Now that thing's worth about $1,800. I wish I would have bought it. That would have been a nice 44 Magnum semi-automatic Ruger carbine. I have the TTI and agree. Very nice. Why Delton? I wanted a middle-of-the-road AR-15, and that was it, the Delton. And I wanted more of that Colt look, as in the M4, M16 look. Do you like the Magpul handguard? So far, it's been a blessing. Maria says, boom! Yep. Arms chair, sniper. You're sniping from your arms chair. I could do that with that Lapua behind me. What is a stupid junk gun that just puts a smile on your face to shoot? Huh. Good question. Maybe my Lorson 25, but actually it's kind of aggravating, so I'm not sure if it puts a smile on my face. If I had a high point, it would, because they work. They actually work. Jeremy, I've never heard it spelt that way. Welcome, Mr. Blackburn. Like the collection. Thank you for coming by. Double tap that screen, folks. It's super easy to do. I've got a lot of people coming in right now. It's a little hard to keep up with this chat here. All my, what do you call it? My administrators aren't in here right now. Is that Canik a sketch? Good eye, Carol. It is. That is a sketch. The curtains are the most expensive weapons shown. Thanks for that, Justin. Not quite, but good one. Thank you. I'm a bit jealous as well because you definitely outgunned me. Why is 3/4 of your wall invisible? Oh, behind me here? That's because that's just kind of storage and a shelf with stuff on it. So, yeah, that's why. Oh, there's a little gun there. Wouldn't be 3/4 of it, but yeah. By the way, you can't have any of that ammo. It's mine. What's the revolver single action? That is a 45 Colt caliber Cimarron hardcast. Thanks for asking. And welcome to the chat, Leonard. Hey, James White, how are you doing? Welcome. I have the DCM 4V9 Crocodile Limit, and it's my favorite AR. Haven't heard of that one. Let's go to screenshot that one and possibly look it up. You got a Switch? I do not. I only own one Glock, and I don't really like it a lot. Too chunky. It's a 10 mil. I bought it in Cali, and unfortunately, they only had 3 10 millimeters on the roster in Cali. A revolver that was a 10 mil, a Kimber 1911 that was a 10 mil, or a Glock. The Glock was the cheapest, so that's what I got. Pankaj, welcome to the chat. I have a Meta SF. Okay, this one's a Meta SFX. So it's the longer one, and it's the Sketch edition. You should sell the Delton and get a Galil. Yeah, possibly. My Delton's never given me problems, so I figure it's just easier just to keep it. I have the Meta. Okay, I already said that one. We're talking about the camo. Oh, where the line is. Okay, brother. Gotcha. What's the gun behind the door and the sleeve? That's just a little 22. Is that a 5.7? Aiden asked. It is, brother. That is a 5.7 FN. Ponkaj. Yes, I have a 1911. It is in there. It's a 45 ACP. Focus. Welcome to the chat, brother. Thanks for stopping by again. I appreciate it. Don't call me radio. He has more likely to have a functional MG42 versus a Switch, right? Springfields, I have one. It's my 1911. It's a mil-spec A1, and it looks just like what went out to war or whatever. What is the single shot by the revolver? Good question, Jeremy. That is a 22, made by Stevens. J. Stevens. Too bad we can't show ours, too. Oh, our Unispot, you can't have them, unfortunately. Retarded residents. Thanks for stopping by. I don't know, because I don't have one yet. I hear Delta is okay, Delta Tactical, but there's like 4 other companies or 5 that are out there now, as well as the Super Safety. ST, what's going on, brother? I have one M&P right there. My little 2.0 bodyguard. I believe that's an M&P. That's one of my EDCs, and this one is too. Which the question of the evening is, what is your most used firearm that you practice the most with? Hey, Casey, what's up? ARs? I love ARs. I've got one of them, and I have an AK as well. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong, Border. I know. Nice guns. Taurus 9mm, welcome. Favorite P365 variant? Probably the next one bigger than mine. Mine's a macro. Probably the XL. They just came out with one called the Fusion or the Fuse. That one looks pretty good. I've handled it. Do you use leather stock covers on those levers? No, I put them in the rack there always. They're always in the rack. When I transport them, I put them in socks or cases. Live in Canada and kind of jealous. You still have AK and ARs. Yep, got a down defense. Rotted in a safe because of current laws. Oh, man. Sorry, brother. I know. Do you have a Greason Regard MC? I do not. A Garrison, whatever you call it. I have a TTI double stack. Sorry, a TSIS double stack. Night Stalker. That's a man cave for real, says James White. Yep. I got my Springfield operated TRP full rail. Come on, baby. Yes, Saucy Walnut. I've got one right there, brother. Right here. If I recall, it's a 52. Originally, I thought maybe it was a 40, but did some more research. It's like a 52. Is there a Taurus up there? The only Taurus I have, technically, is this lever action Rossi made by Taurus. It's a 30-30. Perez says, I'm taking my TP9 Elite, nice, with a Holson with a 4,700 to the USPSA count event. Got a few Grandmasters showing up. Ooh, got to show them up one, huh? Do you make your own ammo? I do a little bit. I've made my 338 Lapua, my 3220, my 2520, and my 25 Stevens rimfire. I make that out of 17 WSM. Do you have any Glocks? Good question, Barrett. Thanks for coming to the chat. Double tap that screen and subscribe. There's our subscriptions. I have a Glock 20 10mm. Are you blowing up? 289. Yep, it was a blessing so far. Taurus, what's good, gang? SBA 3 versus SBA 5 pistol brace. Ryan, so I actually was looking at SBA, I think it's the SBA 5 pistol brace. I liked it. I purchased it. We'll just say that. The other one, I don't know. I think it's a 5. Taurus. What's up, Focus? Cooling, my boy. Thank you. What's up, Alan? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for stopping by. Practice Glock 19, carry 365. Me too, brother. 365 or my 2.0 bodyguard. Springfield Hellcat Pro. Perfect. I almost got a Hellcat Pro, but instead of the 365. But the 365 was a good price at my local gun and pawn. So that's what we got. They're both very good guns. Let's see. Thanks, Focus. No problem, fam. That ARP. Not sure. Probably AR-15 is what you meant. Thank you. That is Delton. What content makers got to stuck together? Family. Yep. Landon, welcome to chat. Kimber 1911. Excuse me. Got a tickle there again. Got to get some water. I almost bought a Kimber 1911. But the gunsmiths said they were in the shop more often than the Springfield, so I bought the Springfield. Granted, I try to use my ARs as much as possible, but the thing burns too many rounds and costs too much. Yeah. Let me see that tiny little gun. Sure. Right there. It's a Stevens Target. Made in 1910 or something like that. It breaks open like a shotgun, like a single shot. Jerome got a fire collection. Thank you, brother. On the other side of the table. Hey, what's up, Liz? You're not late. I actually started late. I'm having to start a little bit later than normal. Favorite hunting caliber? I haven't done much hunting, but I would say my 270. I love 270s. I've got a really nice 270 in the safe. We might bring it out in tomorrow's live. We'll see. I like 30-32. Yeah, aren't allowed any cool guns in Canada. Just Grandpa's old 30-30. Hey, at least you can have that. Any coach guns? The closest to the coach gun I have, good question, Colin, is that 16 gauge, but technically it's not a coach gun because it's too long, unfortunately. FN 509 Compact Tactical is my EDC. Very good. Stevens, thanks for coming by. Double tap that screen and subscribe. And if you have a channel, Well, not even if you have a channel. I'll look over to see you subscribe me, and I'll subscribe right back, no matter if you got a good channel or not. I do that. That way we share the love, right? I've thought about getting a 509. Hunting YouTube, MD42. Unfortunately, no. Yes, I do. I have a couple check. So in there, I have a CZ52 Tuckeroff. Down here's an SKS. And then I have a Mosin-Nagant. I believe that's from over there, right? And this is German. That's a Mauser. And then this is British, 303 British Lee Enfield. Sorry, guys, my screen went out. I got to turn this on. That's my subscription counter. Any FRTs? Not yet, brother. We're getting something similar to that. We'd love to, or a safety trigger and something. Unfortunately, I have to hit the hey, thanks for showing up. Hope you have a good night. Jeremy, appreciate you coming by. Show up again tomorrow night, roughly 8 p.m. Arizona time, if you like this type of stuff. Turn on the notifications too, folks. Just putting the tablet back, YouTube. Let's see. Urga. Sorry, getting a bad itch. Iceberg. Amen, brother. Jesus does love you. He loves me. He loves us all. Appreciate you sharing the love, brother. I'm a believer myself. Let me see that tiny little gun on the other side of the table. I did show it earlier, brother, but we'll show it again. Sure. Thoughts on Smith & Wesson M&P Bodyguard, or the 2.0 in 10 mil? I wish I could have got a Smith & Wesson instead of my Glock. So I would say it's nicer looking, probably feels better. Unfortunately, my state didn't allow that one. It wasn't on the roster. Echelon 4. I would love to have one of those too. Do not have one. Great gun. Francio Xavier, welcome to the chat. Hi, guys. Good morning from Toulouse, France. Wow, from France. Does your Bodyguard 2.0 shoot to the left? I believe so. All of them have that problem. I don't know why. Nice camouflage curtains. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I like them a lot, too. Thank you for showing up. Crypto Billy, double tap that screen and subscribe if you like this stuff. Killer Giants, what's up? No, you're not late, Liz. You're good. I've got the Meta SFT in the Distressed Arctic. Nice. This one is the 2025 model. Mine's number 624 of 2500. Jesus loves you. Yes, he does, brother. I do not have FRTs. I have a 30-06 in the cabinet. Wow, ready for war. Why do you love the 24? Some guys showing me pictures of it. I've got one in there. I just love it. It's an all-around good gun. What's up, Ultrafire? Support all the gun tubers. Amen, brother. I'll tube for that. I'll sub for that. Okay. Is Standria. Thank you so much. I went to see the other one that's on the blue towel. The blue. Oh, this. That's not blue, unfortunately. That was something I actually left out here. That's a 22 Magnum. 270 is popular because it doesn't kick hard and it's effective. Add that to it. Okay, I'll driving home. Just gone, done eating. Okay, would you pick one? Would you pick up one? I cannot, rookie. You can't pick up guns on lives. Yes, I have seen the 2.0 in metal. Recently, I saw the 2.0 in the plastic. Comped was really nice. S. Smokey the Bandit, welcome. Yes, Canics are very nice. The question tonight was, what are your most used firearms? Those are mine on the counter here. And that Canic's one of them. Welcome, Noah. Aaron Scholl. I love my Smith & Wesson MB 2.0. It's comfortable and cut for optics with interchangeable back straps. Nice. Now I cannot read yours, unfortunately. That's not sure what you mean by that, heavy hitter. SKS. Yes, I got one right here. It's about a 1950s right there. And the what do you call it? The strap is from 53. Any bolt actions? Yes, those are all bolt actions there. I've got some in the safe. I've got a bolt action shotgun right there. I've got a bolt action 338 Lapua. Let's see here. I've got bolt action 22s in the safe as well. You have a Ruger Max 9. I do not. Ryan, what's junk, brother? Let's be nice here. Hey, Lisa, welcome to the chat. Where's the SIG? This one's a SIG 365. I do have a SIG M18. It's in the safe. I had it out earlier. Hi, good morning. Do you have Gordian Rite and how much? I do not know what that is, but these are not for sale. My wife and girlfriend both love watching your channel. Appreciate it, One Shot. How is your evening? Do you have any 1911s? I do, Luke Ward. I have one in there. It's a Springfield. Thanks for stopping by. I'm running out of breath here, folks. Heard of FK Brono? I have. They're a weird round. Aren't they a 7.5 or something? Aaron Wilson, love your collection. Good to see you again, sir. Same with you. Thanks for stopping by. The most beautiful. I almost bought a Canik for 142. Dude, pick it up. Ma'am, sorry. Ma'am, sorry, Liz. 142 for a Canik is cheap. That's probably a good price. Fletcher Watson, welcome to the channel. P226 for the win. Is that what you use? Great. Max 9 is Ruger's P365. Yes. What is that AR? It's a Delton. Rocks White. Thanks for coming by. Blueberry Beach. Thanks for coming by. Amerikanansky Stream. Not sure what you mean by that, brother. Springfield Hellcat. I do not have one. Be nice, Alex. That 365 is my favorite, but I don't keep it in the chamber. Gotcha. I do. And I carry it on my side, not appendix. We have open carry, constitutional carry over here in Arizona. Love that you read all the chats. I try, brother. It's hard. I'm mumbling, right? Yeah, there we go. That's the Bruno, the 7.5 by 27. You need a 20-inch air. If I was doing long distance, I probably would, brother. Live in Sydney, Woolly, North Seattle. Nice. Daniel, welcome to chat. I was used, but it was old model, though. Okay. Those two, this one's a TTI Combat. That one's a SFX Meta Sketch. Arizona. Yes, I'm in Arizona. Arizona neighbor. Yes, so is Lisa's from Arizona. There's another channel called FAL Man. He's from Arizona. A couple people. I'm in southern Arizona. So is Lisa. I would say Foul Man is central, roughly. A unit of gas piston. My Chinese SKS Type 56. There's my Chinese SKS, a Norinco. I don't remember what model it is. It's made in 50, 52, 53, something like that. What's your favorite Canik? That one right there for now. I like that one as well as the new one they just came out with. That is the Smoke. That's the Combat, TTI Combat. Should I buy it? It is a TP9 SA model, Gen 1. Possibly if it works good. What's the safest, smallest personal carry you can recommend? Very skittish about discharge. We, the viewers, this one right here. It's a 380. It's a 2.0 Smith & Wesson Bodyguard. Make sure you get the 2.0. I got mine with a leather case and 3 mags, and the other leather case had the 2 other mags. Currently has a 12 stack in it. The other ones would be a 10s, 2 10s. I got all of that with the gun too, obviously, for, I think it was just under 400, but it was maybe had 100 rounds or less through it. The guy didn't like it, took it to a pawn shop. Do I have a Beretta M9? I do not. Smith & Wesson Shield Plus or Max 9. Yes, those are good too, but if the person's a little more skittish and easier to rack, is the 2.0 Bodyguard. Staccato, brother, nice. I like it. Swevin Russ, welcome to the chat. 6 Hour, yes, 365 right there, brother. And we got an M18 in there. Hasn't had the issue, thankfully. Thanks for the subscriptions. So to be clear, you are selling all the... Nope, they are not for sale. It's Gun Tubers. We just support 2A content. We talk about guns normally. I normally would be not this quick talking. Because normally we don't have this many people in at once. It's been a blessing. She's not been nice. Oh, come on, Alex. 380 any good? I only know the stereotypicals. Yes, that 380 is the best 380 on the market right now. The 2.0 Bodyguard. R.I.P. Amen, brother. Amen. R.I.P. Charlie. Let's keep praying for their family. They need our support. It looked at good condition. My fries, not sure what you mean by that, told me not to buy it because of the slide load. Slide load. Not sure what you mean by that. Alex, I'm still mad at you. Okay. Guys, thanks for the subscriptions. We got quite a few of them. Appreciate it. Did you do and dove hunting this season? So, brother, I went to do it last weekend. Didn't really get anything. My choke was not the right choke for number 6. I didn't get anything. I was going to do it this morning again. before the early season quits, but I had a really bad earache, so we had to cancel. What's the bottom second to the right? That one here, that's a Bodyguard 2.0. If you're meeting this one, that is a 22 P22. Let's see here. I had not anything. Okay, Durante, how do you feel about Walthers? I have that one right there. And I would love to get a PDP that's been at my gun and pawn. The PDP, like Pro Max Match or something. It's like 1400. They've had it a long time. I might be able to get it for 12. Let's see. I personally can't get past the trigger well mag release. I like that. I actually like that. Now, they make Walthers that have both or that just has one or the other. That way, if you're used to one or the other. Don't crucify me, but I'm a liberal. That's fine. However, I understand that the Second Amendment is the only one that protects the others. 2A for life. Perfect, brother. Or whoever you are. I really appreciate that. Good attitude to have. As Sandrine Prussian, I'm in Eastern Washington. Yeah, prayers to the Kirk family and all the God-fearing, gun-loving, freedom-loving, red-blooded Americans. Yep. Thoughts on FDE versus ODG? I like FDE better. ODG is too green for me. Extra 800 to make my 5.56 Blackout Defense DTL green. Ouch, that's steep. Do you have a cloud defense light? I do not have any defense lights. I bought an O-light one time. It didn't fit, and I took it back. Ooh, yeah, this is what I'm on the tubes for, scrolling to. Yep. Huron Brian, thanks for coming by. If you like this stuff, we are live usually 6 p.m. Arizona time. We're going to be doing 8 p.m. Arizona time the next few days for a little while. Let's see. People rage about the PDPs. Yes, they say they're very good. M60s. I do not, Jesus. Thanks for coming by. Nice rifles. Thank you. Double tap that screen, folks. We'd really appreciate it. I need me a 1911 gold-plated and a Desert Eagle gold-plated, too. Dude, that would be fun. I'm not a gold guy, though. Just found out they make FRTs for pistols. The coolest one I found is for... Yeah! It sounds like an A10 Warthog. That air rifle, you buy it off Amazon? No. They don't think sell that on Amazon. That was from an air and paintball gun place when I used to live in California. Decocker. Not sure what you mean by that. Love the Magpul MOA. Yes, that's what that is. Beautiful. Thank you. Appreciate it. My Thesis 1911 double stack is so reliable and shot it side by side with staccato. Couldn't tell the difference. That's what I have right here, brother. It likes 124s the best. It's a Thesis double stack Night Stalker. Hello, King. Welcome to the chat. How is your kingdom going? Where you're reigning at? Wow, the Wild West 1863. Not quite. I don't have a 63. The oldest I have is, this is made in 1895, so it's an antique. Please show me your AR-10 and talk about it. I don't have an AR-10, unfortunately. That's an AR-15, so it's a 5.56. Brr, an A-10. Yeah, I seen a video of the dude shooting donkeys with an A-10. An S-10? You mean an A-10? I hope they weren't. That's sad. Yeah, that's so beautiful. Love the Night Stalker. Mine's been great. Yeah, that is a an AR-15. I do not have an AR-10. The only thing I have that shoots those 308s would be that bolt action rifle right there. That's a what is that thing called? Savage Axis Mark 1, I guess they call it. Yeah, friend told me, my friend said don't buy the Canik because it's the decocker. Oh, got you. Yeah, it must be an older version because I don't think they have decockers anymore. 125 of you in the chat, guys. Could you double tap that screen? It's so easy to just... And you're done. And then you can go on to the next guy. Appreciate it. Joseph Weber. He asked the question, what's up? Today's question is, what's your pistol or rifle that you shoot the most? That you practice the most with? Bro, I think everyone needs that much guns. It would be nice. What's the scope? These right here, that is a Vortex Strike Fire, and this is a Vortex 3-time magnifier. Can't type, sorry. Where's that Canik? Hey, Armando, we got 2 of them, brother. Excuse me, I'm getting a dry throat here. We got a Canik TTI Combat and a Sketch Meta SFX Canik. Appreciate you guys. Hey, Mythe, welcome. How are you doing? What is your firearm that you use the most and practice the most with. These are the ones I practice the most with, and I enjoy using them. It's been a blessing to use them, and it's been great. M&P, what you think about that gun? I've got one right there. Love the thing. I guess it's an M&P Bodyguard 2.0. Yes, that is a 5.7 Tyler. Good eye. It's my FN. I do have a PSA Rock as well in the 5.7. Both of them weren't great. Have that one longest. Justin Hikes AZ. Love the name. I'm from Arizona too. Maybe we're near. I'm in southern Arizona and I love hiking Arizona myself. He rocks a 45 Glock. I've honestly just started to get into guns and just got my first one last week. What'd you get? Mythe, what'd you get? We'd all love to know. Ruger 22. Yes, that's a Ruger there. And I've got two more in there that are the 1022s. Love them. One's a stainless, the other one's all black. And the stainless one's wood. Can't find anywhere that sells a threaded barrel for my Canik Meta MC9L. I make one for MC9, but it's shorter barrel and won't fit. Any ideas? Possibly a gunsmith? Haven't seen them for a while now. What's that for, Tyler? Oh, the 5.7s. Yep. I have a source where I can get them for $24.99 for a box of 50. So under 50 cents each. Yeah, 5.7 was mine too. Welcome, Xavier. Double tap that screen. And subscribe, folks. That's our subscription account. Appreciate you coming by, guys. Yes, that was mine as well. I actually wanted a Ruger or the Smith & Wesson, but where I lived, they weren't legal. But this one was. So that's the one we got, even though it costs more. You shoot a 44 mag most because it feels like a big boom, like a real gun, right? So that's my 44 mag, the lever action, model 94 AE. Let's see. Tyler says his EDC is a G19. D-Durder, how are you doing? I bought the Canik Signature Series Apocalypse 2 weeks ago. Is that the next one currently? This one is the Sketch. I don't know what they're currently one. I hate hiking Arizona. I've fought to many forest fires there. Yep. Friend of mine has as well. Glock 19. I love mine. Good for you. 19X. There we go. Camden. Wow, you have a lot of people in the chat. Yep, we went up to 200 something at one time. Not quite 300. Got the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. That's a good gun. Honestly, don't know what to get, so I went with that one. Perfect first gun, brother. That was a good one. Another one would be Canik. Don't get the... if you would get a SIG, prefer to get a SIG from a pawn shop or a used company, because right now with all their stuff's doing, I don't agree with it. So buy one used if you're going to get a SIG, like the P229 or whatever it is, or the 365, which is right there. Obviously, don't get an M18 or an M17. Good gun to get. Yes, almost, brother. We're getting there. I want a Luger LCP Viridian E-Series semi-pistol. Nice. That Kel-Tec has a lot less recoil than I was expecting it. I do not own one Kel-Tec, so maybe you're meaning your own. What is the top? What is in top of the blue? Over here? Right there? That is a Colt. It's not a Colt brand. It's a Cimarron. Shoots the 45 Colts. It's a... and this is a single-shot 22. The AK on the wall. I don't have an AK on the wall. It's leaning on the wall. A Kalashnikov. AK-47 right there. Are you a veteran? I am not. Thanks for asking, Quake. If you are, thank you for your service. My 44 mag is a small Smith & Wesson revolver. Nice. Canik Apocalypse from 2023. Okay, my Sketch is from 2025, I believe. Because that's when I bought it. I think it's 2025. Let's see here. SIG. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Right. To practice often with it and get past my hands shaking. Okay, yeah, I understand. Don't know if it was common. Everything's because I have to work. I'm not checking my gun. Yep. My EDC is Glock 43X. Train with that a lot, but I train with my TP9. Nice. And it's the elite version. Brandon Howard, how are you doing? He's in Maine, he says, where concealed carry is entirely legal. You know what, Brandon? It is here too, and external. We have constitutional carry in Arizona. Don't know, brother. What do you think about the Glock 19 Gen 5? I'm not a Glock guy, so I don't have much thoughts about it. I had a SIG 226 Mark II 5. Okay, Liz, you can't be mad at me forever. I love the Colt. I have two actual Colts that are in the safe. They're police positives, a 3220 and a 32 Smith and Wesson long. My eighth, try getting a good dry fire laser. There you go. System for help. Yeah, good one. Marlin 3030 and my Lee Enfield Mark 4 number 1. Joseph, there's my 303 British Lee Enfield Mark 4 number 1. Colt 1911, 45 ACP, my Taylor and Company. Nice. That's kind of what this one is. It's kind of like a Cattleman. 44 mag, 6-inch barrel. But mine's a 45 Colt, not a 44 mag. Nice, though. Keltec 5.7, 2 load, the brown, bottom of your... Oh, that... I don't have a Keltec. That is a FN. Did order. That is an FN. Your gun game is on point. Appreciate it. Nonya Business. I love your name too because it's Nonya Business, right? Thanks for coming by. Double tap that screen and subscribe, folks. We're hoping to get over to 800 today. I can't tell. Put that AK out. I can't touch it, but we'll put it closer in, brother. It's a little darker. That's my Kalashnikov. It was about 1,400 buckaroos. One of my favorite AK brands. Sounds good, Yuki. I'll give that a try for sure. Should I get the Keltec 5.7? Up to you. It's pretty neat. It actually has clips. They aren't mags. Most reliable, a Glock. They're a little more expensive, but they're pretty much bulletproof. They're a little chunky. Triggers aren't the best, but they're the most reliable pistol. Most reliable rifle ever. Don't argue with me now. For a semi-automatic is an AK. They are. I'm an ATF officer, and all your guns are supposed to be locked up. Why are your guns all over the place? Because it's America, brother, and I live in southern Arizona, and it's all legal here, brother. Luke Wade, how you doing? I've given an old 22-250 bolt action. Nice. Hey, Pete, how are you doing? Not enough guns, but more guns. The government's getting crazy. Right? Tucker off Tom, how you doing? It's going great. We've got a lot of people in the chat. Double tap that screen, folks. Like and subscribe. Maybe you want to see what this voice sounds like, what he looks like. Here he be, in all his glory. How you doing, guys? Desert Art more. Double tap that screen, folks. Appreciate you coming by. Question of the night is, what is your most practice with, pistol or rifle? Let us know in the comments. And guys, we just got 800 subscribers. Thank you so much, folks. Let's get on to the next one. Let's see. It's going great, brother. I'm well, thank you. And thank you for your presentation. Excellence and knowledgeability in the highest level of the mid-tiered firearm safety. Thanks, brother. USA is lost. Unfortunately, we do have issues, just like every other country, Ned. Is an arsenal of what? Looks 545. Don't know what that means. Got a couple throwaways. Okay. Okay, interesting. I'm guessing either your wife has tons of shoes and bags or you don't have one. It's the latter. I remember Dirty Harry. I never watched it. Like a Taurus 1911. Okay, I don't have one. I love, and the Keltec don't have a magazine. Okay. You're right, AKs are the best. The reliability is unmatched. Yep. Best all-around semi-automatic. Are those shotguns in the back Damascus barrels? So 2 of them are laminated. The very top one's normal steel, and the other 2 are Damascus. I use my brass shotgun loads and load them myself. I just subscribed. Okay. As a former machinist for defense contractors, I put best pride in my work. Thank you. Appreciate it. Most practice with pistol is my G19 rifle is my Glock 3. I think you meant Glock 3 for your pistol. Sorry. 7 is from Nuremberg. Wow, you're near the Nuremberg then? Never forget 9/11. From on high? Yes. It was a sad day yesterday, and of course the day before was very sad. On the floor, Browning 22. I do not have a Browning 22 LR. That is a kit I'm making. That's a Remington. Sorry, not a kit, a repair. You don't know what a 545 AK is or an Arsenal brand? I do know what a 545 is. I don't own one. Can you show the barrel of the laminated ones so I can see the difference? Let's see. So this one here is a Damascus. You can very lightly see the twists. This one's a Damascus that I reblued. You can barely see it. This one's a laminated. You don't really see those twist marks that you'd see in a Damascus. This one, I can't remember if it's a laminated or I think it says laminated right there, but it does have the really light twist marks. Hopefully that helps. Hornady, dangerous game, 375 H&R. Ooh, I don't know. I've never knew they made a revolver. That would be one revolver. Aaron Wilson, he's back in the chat. Are there pieces of your collection you own at least nearly for the sole purpose of investment resale value? I have a couple that are worth more, possibly, yeah. Most of them could be for cool or for looks. Yep. Chester Walder, welcome. Mark Slaler says I was gifted a Smith & Wesson model 1066 10 mil. That was the barrel slide ported. Nice. Has hardly any recoil. Well, no recoil, it says, but I'm sure it has a little. This year I had it wasn't legally in my name, and the original owner wasn't able to transfer. Depends where you live. Some states require transfer to be legal like that, like California. Arizona, doesn't matter. You don't legally have to have your firearms registered. A lot of states actually are like that, but there's some liberal ones, like I believe Washington, Oregon, obviously Cali, New York, a couple other states that you do. So I don't know where you live. Honestly, I would talk to an actual person who knows better than me. But I'm thankful I live in a state now that's not like that. Never forget J6. Yep. And some of that twisted stuff that was interesting. Anyways. Can you show? So it's not really a kit. It's just stuff I'm making. Like that's a butt from a, what is it, a 241 and a barrel. This is one from the previous version. And so I'm slowly get parts together as I go along to build that. This here's a shotgun I'm working on that was really loose. I was doing some welding on the barrel, tightened up the hammers, did a couple stuff like that. I got two other shotguns in the corner there I'm working on. That's what this butt's for. All right. Never forget the insurrection. Yeah, you mean by the Democrats. Yeah, they're the ones who orchestrated it, actually, believe it or not. And there's 100% proof for that. What's your oldest military style rifle? I believe it would be this one right here. It's a 1939 or 38 Mauser. Glock is top model design of M4. Okay, California. Yep, that's going to be a little bit hard, brother. But if you can't get a hold of a person, I don't know what you do. So I carry these two right here. My 365 6 hour, it's a macro, and my 2.0 bodyguard. I carry those all the time. This one I actually carry in my pocket a lot, and that one I'll have on my side. Are truck rifle racks legal in your state? Yes, they are. Actually, you don't even need a rack, really. You can have it on your seat beside you if you wanted. In Canada, I can drive around with them on my rack in my 1882 Dodge D. Nice. What are your thoughts about a Dark Mountain Stowaway 5? Never heard of it. Arizona City Steve here again. Hey, welcome, Steve. Fellow Arizonan. Oh, well, there's ways you can do it if it's a relative. Kentucky, you don't either. Nice. I don't transfer my throwaways. Hellcat Eddie Good. Mighty Ninja, thanks for coming by. Double tap the screen and like. To answer your question, yes, Hellcats are very good. They would be considered to the 365 SIG. You know exactly what to do. Okay. Me Brody hit 800 and some more. That man, I love you lever collection. I have a 3030 Marlin. It's behind me, my 3030. From the 50s and 70s. Good. Golden Monty 39A. That is very old. I'm working restoring. Nice. I have a 1938 Mosin. Mine is as well. No, my Mosin is a 43R. Has no import marking. Might be worth more. Possibly. Mine is a M18 carbine, so that makes it worth more. It's a Dark Mountain Arms Stowaway 5.7 2.8 threaded barrel. A single shot. A single shot. Is that the one where you like click, click, and then pull and then... I heard about those. They're California legal. Believe it or not. Right? Only touching the screen, YouTube. Only touching the screen. Let's see here. Rifle I shot most is my CMMG Banshee. Nice. SBR with a trigger tech. Oh, dude, that's nice, brother. And a Turtlecon. ACOG. Wow, you got it decked out. Nice. And your Micro Kimber. That's custom. Very nice. Just picked up a Winchester 1894 and 3030 made in 53. Hey, it's pre-64. Very nice, brother. I am a leather guy myself. My 3030, like I said, is a Taurus or Rossi. That's a 44 mag made in the 70s. It's a 94 AE. That's a 94 3220. from early 1900s. This one next here is a 32 Winchester centerfire made in 1895. It's a Model 92. This is Model 92 2520. This is not a lever. It's a brake top 25 single shot. Then I have this lever action 10 gauge Winchester made in 1901, Model 1901. And then my other lever action is right there. It's a Savage Model 99 and 300 Savage. Nice AR pistol. I actually don't own an AR pistol. That right there is actually a MP5 clone with HK parts. Carry pistol sets and bodyguard. Easy. Nice. Good gun, Joseph. Recommend for handguns that work no matter what. Depends what you need it for, brother. Or sister, whoever you are. Look like a girl in the picture. Not sure, Spoon. Honestly, most of these on the table are extremely reliable. I think I've had no problems really with any of them. Canics are good. If you want a full size, the Canic are really nice. If you want more of a carry, the Prime 9 that came out recently is good. The 365 right here, the 2.0 Bodyguard. If you want more for targeting, I would say like a Canic bigger one, like the TTI here, or an SFX. Or if you want to go double stack, we've got that. Or maybe you want to go oddball and get an FN57 or something of the sort. Kansas has fantastic firearm laws. My first pistol I was going to buy at Fort Lorison Base Exchange, but a major had purchased at Bursa his wife didn't know about, so he let me get it for a steal. Ay, you gotta watch that. Traded a Remington 110 for the Winchester in 1894. Nice! I forget what a 110 Remington is, but I love my levers. Ioni black powder. So behind me is a very old... right here, Kentucky, from 1820s to 1860. That would be a black powder. It currently is not functional. This would be black powder or equivalent. It made in 1860s. It's a 5.5 Snyder. These shotguns would be black powder from here to here. I shoot Pyrodex in them. And then this one in the corner, that's a lever action 10 gauge, would be black powder. I would shoot the equivalent though. I like the blue gun. Thanks. That is a, hey, Sane, welcome to chat. I might get a Kentucky rifle kit. That one's an original, so it is old. I want to get it functional. Hey, Sane, welcome to chat. You like the blue gun? Me too. It's really neat to shoot. And it honestly, I don't know how, but I almost think, even though this is ported, my Canic TTI with a shorter barrel, it kicks less. This kicks more than the SF's Meta Signature Series. Don't know how, but it almost seems that way. It's kind of strange. I don't think it has ports or anything. Micah got banned for real this time. From here? I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. I like of them. Not sure what you mean by that. For calling me a bad name for no reason. I don't know, Asane. I don't think anybody blocked him here. I didn't, and none of my administrators did, or whatever you call them. Liz didn't, and I don't think Arms Room hasn't been in mine in a while. He finally went live the other day, but I missed it, so I need to watch that. You like all of them? Yep. Oh, from Arms Room? Okay. Hey, what's up, Eliza? Welcome. I got a sawed-off double barrel for my cousin conceal carry. Hey, that works. Does the trick, as long as it's all legal. Allegedly. He got banned again, I think. Really? He's always been chill here, other than you two kind of squabble sometimes, and other than that. Owned and a Sig Mosquito. Interesting. Think only liked CCI mini mags. Yeah, a lot of semi-auto little pistols, mini mags are the way to go for them, because that's the way they rack properly. Then the slide broke in half while firing. Ow. My old Canic TP9SA, after around 1,800 rounds, still going strong. You hear that, Liz? I think that's the one she was looking at that was used for $147 or something. YouTube being a pain in the bleep. Gotcha, okay. No, Arms Room got banned because YouTube was sensitive. Really? He said he hadn't been on in a while, and he said, I'm back. And I think that was either last night or the night before. And I was like, oh, he's finally on, but I wasn't able to check because I was doing a live myself. Guys, if you like this stuff, double tap the screen. This is Desert Armory More. Thank you so much for coming by. Second time, okay. We do shorts of shooting, shorts of hiking, shorts of exploring. We do shorts of explaining about guns and some of their history. We do lives every night, normally 6 p.m. Arizona time. The next couple days will probably be 8 p.m. Arizona time. because if I have family around and they just moved here to help them out, spend some time with them in the evening, and then come back a little later. So usually the next couple days will be 8 p.m. Arizona time. So if you like the type of stuff, double tap that screen and subscribe. We just got over 800 subs today. I mean, sorry, we got over as in like past 800 today. We started at 711 or 710, so we almost got 100 today. That's a blessing. I think we had a max of 280 something max in the chat at one time. I could hardly keep up reading them. It was a lot. My throat's dry, but guys, we appreciate you coming by anyways. Even if our throats get dry, we just grab our cup of water. Yep. I'm glad there's less than a way because I can catch up. Yes, it is. 1,000 is very soon. 200, less than 200 away. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming by. It slowed down now. Once we hit about an hour, it dropped down from 80 something to 60 something, now 30 something. So 30 something people's easy enough to chat back and forth, and I can keep up even better with your chat. So if you got something to say, let us know. You got a switch on P19. Very nice. Excuse me. I make requests as well. So if you want to see a gun, ask if I have it in the chat. And I'll put it in the live the following day if I have it. Really appreciate how cool and calm your show is. It's like hanging with friends. Appreciate it. Thank you, Aaron. I think you said you subscribed. That's a blessing. Usually I go back later. If someone's public, I'll subscribe right back, no matter if they have a channel or not. Just because I'm that type of guy, you know. That way they'll see, oh, he subbed back. Great. And some people don't have it private, so I don't always sub to them unless I'm able to find their handle. Back off, that's my friend, bro. Hey, you can all be my friend. Hey, saying, see you in a bit. He says he'll be right back. I'll be back. Let's head to the chopper. Is that how they say it? I forget. Guys, thanks for that subscription. Someone just gave me one. Blessing, folks. Thank you. But yeah, I was on last night just for a little bit. I didn't think I was going to be able to go on, but I was able to start it later like I am tonight. So I just decided to do a short saying, hey, I'm going to have live still. They're just going to be later. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, what is your most used or practice with firearm? I think most of these people answered already, but there's probably some other people floating in the background that have not asked that question or answered it. Oh yeah, you're welcome. I figured you did. Thank you. Yeah. You're welcome for the sub. As in a Subway? As in from a sub sandwich? Yes. Oh, let's see. Tuckeroff says, I'm going to a gun show tomorrow. Nice. I have $450 for a budget. Should I look for a new rifle or some ammo like 2520, 4440, 3030? 2520 is hard to find, so I load it myself. It's hard to find than 3220. 4440 would be hard to find as well. 3030 is easy to find. At least I think so. A 9mm Glock. Now, if you're going to get a 9mm, oh, that's what you carry. Okay. I was going to say if he's going to buy one for $450. Let's see. What powder would you use in an 1858 Remington RA black powder revolver, 44 caliber? Here, I'll put you it real quick. That right there. This one specifically for pistols. I have another one that says RNS is for rifle and shotgun. This one specifically for pistols. That would be what I would suggest. I also use this in, I have used it in some shotguns just because I only had this and it worked fine. It's smaller granules versus the other is flakes. But yeah, this is Pirate XP. I don't have good gun advice. That's just my most practice with gun. Perfect for you. Yeah. That's pretty neat. Remington, nice. Just curious, but could you estimate how common it may be to have never missed a shot, including setting my zero in basic training? I've never asked before in 30 years. But could you estimate how common it may be to have never miss a shot? The only way that would happen is if you had extreme experience as a hunter before you went to the force. But yet, that's with your rifle, not the M16. So, I mean, that would be uncommon, I would think. Would RS work for 4440? How old is the rifle? Because 4440, they do make a modern one. Cimarron does, and Pieta, I think. Infantry, plenty of rounds fired. Good for you. I mean, it would. I think it would. But you need to look up what the measurements would be. Technically, it used to be older firearms. The 40 on the end was how many grains of black powder you stuck in. So the 44 was the caliber size. The 40 was how many grains of black powder. Now, since this is an equivalent, I think it's fairly exact. So you should be able to put about 40 grains of 44 of RS Pyrodex. Your least favorite firearm you own? 1940. You might be able to use common powder in that, or current powder, but a lighter load. Tekrov. Whatever it says, do a little bit less than a minimum, probably. Let's see. What's your least favorite firearm you own? Probably my 25 ACP Larson that shoots one shot and then jams. I've smoothed it out. I buffed it. Only does one at a time. I got it super cheap, but it's just as a gimmick. What I need to do possibly is grind the slide a little bit so the bullets slide in better. I've tried multiple ammos in it, 2 different types currently, and it still just does one at a time, even after I polished everything, smoothed everything out, so it's really smooth. But I have, here's the other stuff right here. I can use smokeless. Yeah, you should be able to, because they started integrating that in during that time. This stuff, let's see here. Here's the stuff on the back. Let's see here. But yeah, this stuff should work for those older rifles. And then, like I said, I got a couple more subs. Thanks, guys. Like I said, the number 40 is how many grains you would use of this type of stuff or black powder. To not use that as smokeless, you'll have to look that up in a book for 4440. You might have issues. It might have, because it's a hotter 40 grains of modern 4440. I mean, in a current 44 Magnum, you would use something like, that's Magnum rifle. You would actually use something like this probably. I actually paid half that because the store was selling out. This stuff is specifically for 44 Magnum, 454 Casull, and I'm going to use this, and for 50 AE. I'm going to use this for my 460 when I reload it. I need to get some of those lead for that. Let's see here. Anybody else message here? Let me sign out. I think the chat froze again. There we go. But here, this is what I use for. This right here says it's good for 4570 for probably light loads, because normally you use hotter than that. But I also, this is for varmint loads, so I actually use this for my 2520 and my 3220, just lighter. And then this is for my magnums, like my 338 Lapua or a 300 Magnum. I don't own a 300 Magnum, but it would work for that. And then this one I haven't used yet. I think this one's for 270, yeah, and 243, 7mm, 280, probably 30-06 would work for too. I haven't used any of these yet. That one. We got some more people in the chat. What they got here? I gotta go again. I stayed for a little longer. Okay, thanks for coming by. Thank you. I'm looking to get the high capacity 10mm 1911 style Rock Island. Any thoughts? Rock Island, I hear is pretty good. I don't have a 1911 10mm. Mine is a Glock 20. Probably works good. Most of Rock Island stuff's pretty good. I tried to practice with all of my firearms, but some of the ammo is unobtainium. Yep, kind of like 2520 Stevens single shot. It's called the 2520 SS. not to be confused with the 2520 Winchester centerfire. They're these. Those are like hen's teeth. 2520 SS. Stevens single shot. These are filled with black powder from Buffalo Arms. Got done, Heat Brother. Yes, thanks for coming by, Alonzo. If you like this type of stuff, double tap the screen, like and subscribe. Got some heat. Yes, we do. Okay, what's the question, Liz? What you got, brother? Ken Rods is live now. Gotcha. What's the question, Liz? Love to answer. If I know the answer, can I see your face again? I got my hat on backwards right now. I don't know why, because I was just playing with my hat. Hey, normally I never wear my hat backwards, so there we go, folks. There, you can see me now. How's it going? Desert Army more. Double tap that screen. You know you want to. So easy, just. It's also hard to find 3840 and 3855. So let's see, 3855. I saved one of those in my, even though I don't have a gun for it. I wouldn't mind getting some of those stuff sometime. I got an alert saying there was some ammo for that, but yes, it is hard to find. It'd be better just to load it up. Quick question. Hey, Cameron, welcome back. Do all the new lever guns have action strong enough to handle hot loads 4570? I believe so. Like the Bear arms, Buffalo bore? Yeah. Yeah, modern arms should be able to. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, your Canuck ammo is made in... Yes, it's made in Canada. Yep. Thanks for making my day. Okay. All right, here. Yeah, like a 4570 lever action, like say a Marlin Trapper, which is actually made by Ruger now. Rossi's 4570. I know for a fact the Marlin can handle the like buffalo bore, the hot ones, for like taking down big game and stuff. Don't make him blush. Don't worry, she didn't. But I'm pretty sure pretty much all the modern lever actions would be able to handle hot 4570s. Now, as in 45 Colt hot loads, you would want to get a Ruger. Like the double taps, they're 1,000 foot-pounds of energy. I have those, and I shoot them out of my 460 Smith & Wesson. I do have some HSM bear loads that are 900 and something. I have shot them out of my what's going right here, the Cimarron, but I would not shoot a lot of them. Good question, Steve. That would be like someone said lever actions. I would not shoot, although I think someone has, a buffalo bore in the 4570 Barn Arms. It is kind of stupid, but it would be kind of cool to have one. Arms Room recently got one. Bond's Arm said, here, can you test this out? We want you to see what you think about it. So he's been shooting it off and on. I'd subscribe, try if I could. Okay, thank you, Brandon. I have 3 channels, so whenever we're trying to get someone going up, well, I should roll that back. I have 1 channel that I do stuff on. The other 2 are just emails. One's junk mail, one's my business. I use those to sub to people sometimes. The Rossi R95s are really nice guns. So I have a Rossi behind me here, but I don't know. It's called the Rio Grande. It's the Rio Grande. It's the model Rossi 3030. And it's made in Brazil by Taurus. I got a BSA Sweet 3030 on it. But I don't know what model it would be, other than the Rio Grande. I've had it since 2012, 2013. Hey, let's see. My dad is a retired United States Marine Corps. Thanks for his service. My great-grandpa was USMC from World War II. He fought on Hiroshima, Tarawa, and Nagasaki. He's a Vietnam sniper. Good for him. And he says it's hard to never miss a shot. That you have to wait for the opponent's opportune moment. You have to be patient, just like fishing. Yep. I have Bond Arms Derringer and 40 cal. Has like 20-pound trigger pull. Yeah, I hear they have kind of hard trigger pull. I hear that. Just touching the screen, YouTube. Just touching the screen. I've served in Call of Duty. Dude, that ain't serving. That's, what do you call it? Stolen valor. I know you're just joking. You put LOL. Laughing out loud. No, there's people, though, who do that. That do say they're a veteran or this, that, or the other, and they're not. Call of Duty. I served in COD. Good one. So, Steve, is that the one you practice with all the time? That 40 cal with a 20-pound trigger? I doubt not. Or I doubt so. If I say I doubt not, that means it's positive. Because that means you're not doubting. That means it's truth. No, I do not. I figured not. It's like trying to ask that for the arms room, huh? Arms room 24. He's got that Bonds arm 4570. Thanks for the subscription. Appreciate that. Thanks for subscribing to Desert Armory and More, and double tap that screen, folks. We do shorts of exploring mines, exploring caves. We do shorts of shooting. We do lives, usually 6 p.m. Arizona time. Next couple days we'll be doing 8 p.m. I got family around. Daniel, welcome to Desert Armory and More. How are you doing? I fired a firearm no more than 10 shots prior to teen. My rifle felt like an extension of my living body, much like my drumsticks. Yep. So you haven't shot much firearms or handguns. I practice a lot with 9mm pistols and carbine. Okay, now you do. Carbines, I have my M38 Moser Nagant from 43. And then, where am I located? I'm located in Arizona, southern Arizona. And then my 3030 technically is a carbine. And so is this. This is a carbine saddle gun in the 25-35. It's a little hard to find that ammo, too. I think the only company who makes it, other than going to maybe Buffalo Cartridge Company, is Hornady Revolution. Level Revolution, they make it. But it's like $50 a box for 20, so it's kind of pricey. I've shot maybe 3 shots out of that. It's a carbine saddle ring. Guess you couldn't find it online. I didn't look around much. I just knew I was getting the gun. It was coming into this gun and pawn shop from off of the interwebs. I got off of GB. And so I just looked on their shelf to see if they had a box, and I knew one was coming. They had like 2 boxes of it. I'm sure it's cheaper online. I hate that Ruger bought Marlin. Well, at least a good company bought it. Ruger is a good, solid company. A lot of their stuff is actually made here in Arizona in Prescott. Like this little 22 right here, the Mark IV, it's made in Prescott. So, I mean, I like that it's an American company. But it would have been nice if Marlin could have stayed Marlin. But hey, it made the value of real Marlins go up. I have one Marlin. It's a funny one, though. It's over here. It's that really long shotgun right here. It's a Marlin Original Goose 36-inch barrel, 12-gauge bolt action. You can fit 2 in the magazine, detachable, and 1 in the chamber. It shoots 3-inch magnums. So it's pretty cool. Desert Eagle made in Arizona. I did not know that. I don't think so, but that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? It would totally make sense. Like, why not? It's like, did you know Arizona tea is not made in Arizona? It's made in New York. Go figures, right? That one's way off. They lost it with that one. You never knew, right? Maybe you did. Arizona tea's made in New York, not Arizona. Right? And their countenance fell like rain. But yeah, if you're new to the chat, question of the evening is, what is your most used firearm? What are you the best with? These are the ones that I use the most and shoot the most. That was a good sound, yep. Yeah, when something happens in a cartoon, that goes off, right? Thanks for the subscription. Someone just gave me one. Appreciate it, fellas. At least I think so. And gals, fellas and gals. Yeah, I do a lot of plinking, decent amount. The 22s I do use some myself, but when my nephews come around, I mean, They go through like 800 rounds each time with between different 22s I have, rifles and pistols. I have one other 22. I haven't shot a lot though. It's a Taurus with the wood handles, tip-up barrel, and then I have like 3 or 4 rifles. So it'd be 4 or 5 rifles that shoot 22s. 18 of you in the chat. It finally really are slowing down. 919. But yeah. Wow, it really was going there for a while. I finally can catch my breath. Need to get some more water, guys. I'll be right back. And I do make requests. So say if you want to see a gun, ask if I have it in the chat. If I do, it'll be on the table next live. Or maybe you have a suggestion for something. Like someone asked one time, what's your rarest cartridges? Stuck those on the table with some of the guns that shoot those. This was the request. What are the guns that I shoot the most? There they are. It was 2 nights ago. So I'd make requests. So maybe you got a request, put it in the chat. We'll try to do it if we have it. Let me get some water. Be right back, folks. All right, I'm back. Now, someone did make a request a while ago, since I'm near Tombstone, Arizona, to do some shots of Tombstone. I'm like 25 minutes from Tombstone, Arizona. So, like, someone was, I asked them, I was like, they heard I was by Tombstone. I was like, well, would someone want me to, like, take some videos of Tombstone or down the streets or pictures? And they were like, yeah, sometime you should do that. So, sometime I do need to do that. I did do some pictures of Bisbee, Arizona. I work over there sometimes and in Tombstone. So I did do some of Bisbee. So if you want to see some of that, I didn't post the little videos of me going through the antique store a friend of mine works at. It's my parents' neighbor, actually. But Hell Dorado Days, Tombstone coming up. Whoa, guys. Excuse me. That one snuck up. Wow, really bad tickle itch. They just had Val Kilmer Days the other day. Let's see, Alex, why am I mad? I forgot. They won't work on anything that Marlon put out because they bought them. Oh, I heard about that. So just a regular gunsmith then, huh? Don't worry about the hat. It like a switch. If you catch the reference, I do not. I don't know that reference. Sounds like it's something to be in rap music or something. Instead of El Dorado, it's Hell Dorado. Hell Dorado de en esta Tombstone. Liz, you forgot because you had no real reason. Or she forgot and forgive. I'm innocent. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. The glove doesn't fit. It wasn't me. Yeah, but does the gun sock fit? Are you innocent now? Oh no, that did fit over the gun. Oh no. Yeah, those fit on just about everything, unless you got a big scope on it. So then you got a wider one, which I think this green one is a wider one, if I recall. Yeah, this is a wide mouth one, so you can put it over a gun with a scope on it. Some of these other ones I have are skinnier, so they work good for bolt actions that you don't have scopes on. Or shotguns. Really good for shotguns. Guys, if you like the stuff, double tap the screen, and welcome to Desert Armory and More. The question of the night is, what is your most used pistol or rifle or shotgun? Maybe you got something unique you use a lot. The ones you use a lot to practice with, what are they? If you're wondering what we do shorts of shooting, shorts of exploring caves, exploring mines, shorts of some of my work as a handyman. I own my own business. We talk about guns. We talk about history of guns. Sometimes people ask about all sorts of stuff, and we try to answer them best we can. Hell Dorado Days. Been there a few times wearing my 1858 New Army gun rig. America! Thumbs up. Yeah, you can walk around with them. No problem. I've actually thought about dressing Western too. And for my 45 Colt, I have this really nice holster right here. And so I've got like a variety of rounds here from the coldest all the way to the hottest that gun that fits in here uses. Cool. Can you let me know of your other channels, perhaps even just your business channel? Okay, so sorry, I made a correction about that, but maybe I wasn't clear. I don't actually have a channel of those. I have an account through YouTube, and so when people need more subscriptions, I can get them 2 more with those other 2 email accounts. A real cowboy, cool rig. That's really nice. I like it. Yes, and this is my nice one. It's just a single with a lot of bullets on the back. So that starts as, I guess, the coolest one, as you want to say. They're a little hotter than cowboy rounds. And then it goes on up from to about here. These are like level revolutions. These are bare load grizzlies. And then these 2 right here are really hot ones that are 900 something foot-pounds of energy. It fits really nicely. I have one of these similar, but it's not etched for my 22 Magnum. That's just a cheaper. This one's a higher end one, made in Mexico. This is a size 34 and it fits perfect. That's also for, I think this would work for 44 mag as well. Amazon. It was like 150 bucks. Where do you get the belt? I got it from Amazon. Oh, I didn't even realize you even asked that. It was about $150, $160, I think. Here, let's see. It sells the barcode on the inside. So it says right here, 45, let's see if I can get to it, 45C. But it's made in Mexico. But I think this would work for 44 Magnum as well, because they're pretty much the same size. It slides right in there. This goes over your trigger, which ties into these ties here, these ones here, where you can snag on it if you want, and then tie this to your leg. You need some cautionings on that rig. Oh, maybe. Wait a minute, Alex. What now, Liz? Bought my leather rig from Tombstone. Got you. I bought a nice leather belt there, but then I did a hike with it. It was a black leather belt. And a lot of the black came off of it, unfortunately, when I sweat a whole bunch. But yeah, this is a really high quality, real leather, thick, etched really nice. It's fancy, but not overly fancy, like with his cushions or what they call them. It was perfect for what I wanted. And it matches the 45 Colt nicely. Brendan says, yeah, that whomever commented, I only trained, had some physical troubles, which left me unwilling to put my battle buddy's life in my hands. Gotcha. Absolutely would never claim otherwise. Gotcha. Can you put the revolver in the holster? I cannot, Liz. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to touch guns, allegedly, on YouTube Lives. That would be too obvious. Here, an idea of the live feed, your favorite gun versus your least favorite guns in your collection. Let's see, have I done that before? Best versus worst? I don't think I've done that one yet. I've done a variety of stuff. I don't think I've done that one yet. I've had favorite bolt actions. I don't think I've had favorite versus worse. Oh, put it in the holster? I have done that before, and then I stick it on the counter. I've had it on the counter or over there on that side thing, and have them on the table. Yeah, we can try that. Where's a pen? I always forget to bring a pen, just about always. I'll be back. All right, guys, and gals, I had to get my paper to write this down. So, worst guns versus best guns that I like. And who is it that asked that? Joseph Weber. And then the other one was put 45 Colt in holster on table. That was by Liz instead of outside of it. Okay, gotcha. So Liz, it's just me and you. What is it that you have to say? There's 19 of you. Don't lie. Wait a minute, Alex. I remember. Uh-oh, here it comes. Uh-huh. Then she forgot. Oops. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. It's been a bonkers one earlier. Wow, it was really like that. That was as bad as the day that I had 26,000 views. So this is going to be a big one. If it passes that one, I would not be surprised if it does. We had a lot of people in here. Alex, you are a bad boy. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, you did mention that one time. Seriously, you did. One time you did say, Alex, bad boy. Been a while ago. I appreciate you coming by again, Liz. I know you weren't in here for a couple days, and you mentioned something about that you messaged me on Instagram, and I'm sorry again that I never saw that. I do not use Instagram. The only reason why I use Instagram is I have one cousin that I'm recently reconnecting with, and that's where he posts stuff. And then when you did a request, unfortunately, I did not see it and never showed up on my end except where I went and hunted for it after you said, well, it's here, it's here, it's here. I think it was when I was on Ken Rod's, what do you call it? Ken Rod's feed. By the way, that really shocked me how young he was. I thought for sure, I told him, I said, I thought you were like upper 60s just because of his voice. Because I messaged him late into the night last night. We were chatting back and forth a little bit. By the way, Liz, he said he didn't want to offend you with the comment he made the other day. He wanted me to mention this to you. That he's sorry if he offended you when he said something about when you mentioned asking your other half or husband or whatever it was. He said something about a dude, about that person. He apologizes for that. He wanted me to make that clear to you. Because he's like, I don't know how else to contact her and make her not feel weird. Anyways, correct. Yes. That's what it was. He apologized for that. He didn't mean to be offensive in that because he had no clue where your stance was in your life. So, anyways, hopefully you're good about that. It was not intentional on his end. So, yeah, well, the request we have is worst gun versus best gun that I own or that I like. And that was from Joseph. And then put my 45 Colt in a holster. That was by Liz. Alex, why you not text me? Why you not? Why you know not? You know text me no for a long time. You don't do that. Why you don't do that? You told me. Why you so mean? You told me. You don't do that. Just touching the screen. YouTube. Completely unrelated question. In your opinion, is a hot dog a sandwich? I'm out for the night. Okay, Joseph, thank you. Maybe you want to answer this question real quick that Eastern Washington said. So a sandwich's definition is bread with meat in between. So a hot dog is bread with meat in between. So yeah. I guess it's a sandwich. How do you like the scope on your Delton? Been working pretty good. I haven't had the scope come loose. I have had the magnifier come loose, which is the back one. It's a 3x vortex. The front one is just a vortex strike fire, so it's not like a high-end one. It's been working great. Haven't had any problems with it. Yeah. Funny faces about the food, yep. An item of food consisting of 2 pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or other fillings between them eaten. You say 2 pieces, but hoagie sandwiches / subs are technically 1. They're sliced down the middle, but not fully open like a hot dog bun. But it is in between 2 pieces in a way, but they're still connected. It was my first AR. Haven't put an optic on mine yet. Okay, that one is my first and only AR. It's a Delton. Over the top, the scene at the end of the arm wrestling tournament, well, it was funny once before its context. I watch those sometimes, arm wrestling tournaments. It's been a while. I also watch the slapping ones. Man, those seem like they would hurt so bad. And it's like, why would you want to hurt your face like that? So, half a sandwich? Unless your hot dog bun splits, which it usually does because you fill it in with all the goodies ketchup, relish, onion chunks. When you go to push it all in, guess what? The bottom rips. It became a sandwich. It's got two halves now. Yay! Sandwich. Right? 100%. Just became a sandwich while you're eating it. Damn, bro, you're making me hungry. I'm not the one who started it. It was Eastern Washington. He's like off topic here or whatever. Is a hot dog considered a sandwich? Blame him. But I'm the one who's talking about it, right? with the marmalade onions that are marmaladed in olive oil. Stick that on top of your hot dog with the relish, which would be for me. I love dill relish. And then put your good old hot dog in there with your ketchup and then bun. Oh. Let's see. List says the best food is cherry pasty are good with onions on it. Cherry pasty. I have no idea what that is. That would mean that a taco is a sandwich too. That's not bread. That's a tortilla. So a wrap is not a tortilla. I mean, it's not a wrap is not a sandwich. They just call them wraps. I wouldn't think a taco would be considered a sandwich. Although if it's a hard shell taco, when it cracks, is it considered a sandwich? It's not bread, so I wouldn't call it a sandwich because it's not bread. But I'm sure someone could make some argument and prove that it is, right? Guys, 15 of you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. This is Desert Armory and More. Question of the evening is, what is your most used firearm that you practice the most with and that you are the best with? But a tortilla is flatbread. They make those some that are specifically called flatbread. There would be like Taco Bell's chalupa, where it's like that's considered a flatbread. Cherry Danish. Oh, it didn't say Danish on my end. That's why. It said pasty. A cherry pasty. That's why I didn't know what you're talking about, Liz. I think you meant pastry, probably. Maybe you meant Danish. Cherry Danish is a sweet pastry consisting of flaky buttery dough filled with a sweetened cream cheese mixture and topped with a cherry filling. Oh, very good, my friend. Sounds very delicioso. All right. I could be a both our benefits, I'm sure. I'm not sure what you meant there, brother. Can't read it. It could be for both of our benefits, I'm sure. Possibly that's what it's supposed to be reading. Pastry. Okay, that's what I figured you meant, Liz. It better be with onions on it. On a pastry? Onions on a pastry. Excuse me? For reals? That sounds like something someone in Britain does when they put beans on their eggs. Now, refried beans and eggs are very good. But like pork and beans, I think some of the people in British Columbia, I'm not British Columbia, the UK and stuff, put beans on their eggs that type. That seems a little bit odd. But refried beans is really good with eggs. Pickled onions. Pickled onions are okay. I've had like pickled onions with like a shredded cabbage along with it in Honduras, and they'd put it on like fish tacos and stuff. That's pretty good. Beans on toast. There you go. That's what seems weird to me. Beans on toast. Like, bleh. I missed your reference to your handyman site. Could you reiterate it, please? Well, it's not an actual site. I post shorts of some of my handyman stuff on this same channel. That's why it's called Desert Armory and More. That's what the and more is, as well as my exploring and stuff. Brits eat bangers. Alex says, I cannot believe what I'm hearing right now. It's given big back. Not sure what you mean by that, but okay. I cannot believe what I'm hearing right now. It's giving big back. it can give you a big back and a big tummy too, eating a lot of beans and toast and all that stuff. Make sure you warm up the pastry with onions on top of it. And then she's got people, little guys, drooling. I don't think I could have onions on a pastry. That just, to me, does not mix. No. Mm-mm. Onions belong on eggs, on hot dogs, on hamburgers, on like Mexican food, in salsa. No, on pastry, that's a sweet. That the onions don't belong on that. Want to try it? No. Although maybe I do try things sometimes once at least. I've tried jalapeno juice, like the canning juice, in coffee. That was one of the weirder ones. You're making me feel bad. Why? Because you're eating something that's weird? Hey, if you like it, each their own. I mean, okay. Maybe you're just pulling our leg and you don't really do that. You're just making up something and saying it's okay. Look at all them smiley faces popping up. I know, right? Secret, guys. She's all pulling our legs. She's never had it in her life. She's just saying it's good so that we'll try it and then we're like, oh! Look at all of them. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Calozone Guns? Hi, chat. Hello, Liz. I am new here. Welcome to the chat. How are you? You've probably been listening. It's been funny. Usually before we close down, we usually go about 2 hours or so, but sometimes we start getting funnier at the end, right? Because there's these stragglers that come in. It's kind of funny. How you doing, by the way? If you shoot guns, what is your most used firearm you use? Thanks for coming by. Double tap the screen and like. As an Australian, I love seeing these arms. Thank you. These are my most fired firearms, but I have military there. I've got shotguns over there, lever actions here. We got a lot of ammo. That's mine. Sorry you can't have any of it. We got a clone MP5, an SKS. We've got a couple bolt actions. One's a shotgun. We've got a sniper rifle here in 338 Lapua. Lever action there, 30-30. Lever action Model 99 Savage. 2 garden guns from Belgium, I think it was. We have an old Kentucky rifle, a 5.77 Schneider. A whole bunch of double barrels. If you like this type of stuff, let us know. Double tap that screen. Appreciate it and subscribe. Oh, someone unsubscribed. We had 809. It went to 808. Naughty on you. Yes, I would love you guys to have the same stuff over there in Aussie. That would be nice. From down under, mate. How you doing? Having a great day over there. Is it night time still? Is it really cold? What's the temperature over there, mate? She's been wandering for a while. Haven't been back for a long time. Liz, why are you still talking about food? Yeah, right. I'd really like to know. Is the big spiders over there, Chicky? There's a lot of big spiders over in Australia. Last I heard, there was a whole bunch of them. Could you tell me, please? Because you're eating onions, yeah. Oh, to Joseph Weber, thank you, and your father to your sacrifices. Yes. Thanks for your service, guys. Thank you so much, mate. Thanks for coming by, Desert Army and more. I like doing a lot of accents, by the way. I'm not making fun of you over there, cheeky. I just like doing that stuff. Pardon my spelling. Them fat fingers. Yep, I used to eat sticks of butter. Really? I used to eat sticks of butter. Used to. So you still don't, or still do, or? Used to means, yeah, past tense. We'll never know. This is my phone slowly dying here. What's the percent here? 15%. Purple onions are better. I do like purple onions. Some are better for frying, some are better for on burgers, depending what you're making. You ran out of butter, though. I ran out of butter, though. Go down to the store and buy some, then, Liz. They have them over there at Dollar General, at Walmart, at your local Ralph's. They have them everywhere. No, Liz. No. Know that she eats purple onions? I think purple onions are the best, I would say, on burgers and probably hot dogs. For frying, either white or yellow, where you caramelize them. It's closed. Oh, okay. Yeah, mine's just about to close. My local Dollar General. They close at 10. We're at 9:52. And Walmarts aren't open 24 hours anymore. Ever since COVID hit, I don't think they are. And I don't think most local, what do you call it? Gas stations. It's midnight by you, yeah, it would be. Most local gas stations don't carry onions that I know of. Oh, gotta plug my phone in, folks. Gotta get my phone plugged in. Snake my wire over here. What? I lost another subscription. It's probably YouTube pulling the bot guys out. I have like 4 bags of onions, 1 bag of yellow onions. Oh, wow. I would apologize for what I started, but it's funny. Yeah, it is. It is. What else can we start that's funny? What's a secret talent that one of you have? Hey, Liz, be nice. It was only 60 seconds. I can juggle, by the way. That's one of mine. I can juggle. That's about the only one. It's not really secret. I mean, my family, a lot of my family knows how to juggle. My 2 other brothers do. What? We lost another one? Who in the world's unsubscribing? We just lost 3 subscriptions, just like that. It's got to be YouTube pulling the what you call it, the bots out. I'd rather have them do it now while I'm watching, as long as it doesn't go lower than 800. When we got past 700, it just only got to 701, and it stayed there. I was afraid it was going to go below, and then the next day we got a couple trickled in, and then we had another 2 lives, and it went up. It'd be nice if it stays above 800. Oh, we got a sub. Thank you guys, appreciate it. No, if they were that means if you put a pin in it, they go and leak out. Who just unsubscribed again? It just went to 807, back to 806. Hey, Sane, Micah, is that you jumping with that again? You playing them tricks like you did that other time? Back and forth for an hour, I think it was. Somebody just put me in a timeout. Yeah, for only 60 seconds. Yeah, I think we had that one person in the background taking one away, adding it, taking one away, adding it. We had that one time happen for a whole hour. It was either Asane or Micah, I'm pretty sure. I'd be like, hey, take it away, 1. And then it'll go down 1. And then I'd say, put it back. And a little bit, bloop, it'd go back again. It wasn't me, Alex. It wasn't me. Allegedly. Oh, you see, it went down again. It's got to be that guy in the background being funny. Excuse me. Allegedly. Got to be somebody in the background. You told me you don't talk back. That's what I meant. And then somebody allegedly put you in timeout for 60 seconds. You had to wait a whole minute of agony. No. Yeah, it's almost 10 here. Almost 10. Jerome did it. Jerome, he did it. It wasn't me. My hands are clean. Oh, wait, maybe they're a little dirty. My hands are clean. The glove doesn't fit. 15 of you in the chat. Thank you for coming by. This is Desert Armory and More. We talk about all sorts of stuff, as you've been hearing. But we talk about guns a lot and Second Amendment stuff. And when people ask what's a good first gun, someone talked about that earlier. So 2 or 3 people asked that for a first gun. Or someone just said they got their first gun. So we're like, what'd you get? And it was an M&P Shield. That was nice. Smith & Wesson. We have shorts of hiking, exploring caves, exploring mines. I have shorts of me doing some of my work as a handyman. If you like this stuff, double tap the screen. I make requests. Maybe you want to see if I have a certain gun. Ask about it in the chat. And if I have it, it'll be on the table The following live 6 p.m. normally Arizona time, but the next few days it'll probably 8 p.m. Arizona time due to some family being around and spending some time with them while they're moving in and settling in. So if that works for you, thanks. If the glove didn't fit, you must have quit. What does Brendan say? You don't understand what I was saying because my immediately previous comment was talk long. Not sure what you meant there, brother. Devil's Army more. Correct. Yes, that's it. Yep. That is correct. Desert Armory and A-N-D. Not just N. I don't think there's a way I could type it other than putting in... So it's Desert Armory and as in A-N-D. A as in apple, N as Nancy, D as in Daniel. More. Desert Armory and more. That's what would be correct. Liz, no, I'm good. He's got those little smiley red circles. He's what do you say? When they have those little red circles when they're smiling, they're I forget. I'm drawing a blank. Sheepish or not sheepish? Blushing. It's a blushing, smiling face. See that, Liz? He's blushing. Thanks for the likes, guys. Thanks for the subscriptions. We did go up to 809, but for some reason we lost 3. I have no idea why. I'm guessing it's because YouTube's taking the bots out probably before we even end, which is okay. I mean, that's fine, I guess. I had no idea, though, we were going to get almost 100 subscriptions tonight. That's a blessing. The most I got in one night was 150, but then it dropped like 15 or something the next day. One time I gained 70 something, I think, or something, or 50 something. I lost like 42. Or was it I gained 43, lost 42? It was crazy. That one I was not happy about because I was over 200 something, and the days before I was fighting to get over 200, and then I'd lose a whole bunch, fight to get to 200, lose a whole bunch, and then finally got like 220 or something, and then way back down again past it. It was frustrating. I even reported it. Just because I like YouTube, there's no way that a little channel like me will lose 42 subs within 20 minutes or less. It literally disappeared 20 of them in 20 minutes or less. It was crazy. I did a short about it. Anyways, that's all over. That was when I was just passing 200. We're almost to 1,000 now. Thanks to you all good folks. The, what do you call those? The goats, the ones who keep returning. We appreciate that. Yeah, and I gotta touch the screen almost every 10 minutes because otherwise it goes dark. That's the longest the timer sits for. I don't know why. I think the chat froze. I'll be right back. Possibly. I'm not sure. It just might have not refreshed properly. Sometimes the chats freeze up and it's just kind of a pain. It just goes back and forth. Doesn't get chats in, but yep. We are probably going to sign off here soon. We do have 19 people in. It was just 10. It went up again. So, but yeah, if you like this stuff, double tap the screen. We talk about all sorts of stuff gun related. We do stuff about hiking, stuff about exploring caves and mines. We're in southern Arizona over here. So, yeah. And if you are a shooter, what is your gun you use the most that you're most familiar with? These guns on the table are the ones that I shoot the most in my collection. We got 9mm, we got 22s, we got a 380, we've got a 5.7, and we have a 5.56 Delton AR-15. We got a like out of that. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Could you subscribe as well? Yes, someone just did. Thank you. We went back up to 807. We were up to 809, lost 3, back 1 again. I don't really have a favorite gun. That's one I say like favorite as in you like shooting, as in a favorite. I put them in categories. I have a favorite shotgun. I have a favorite semi-automatic gun, as in like a rifle, and a favorite semi-automatic pistol. I have a favorite bolt action and a favorite lever action. So I put them in categories. Otherwise, there's no way I'm going to pick up one and just say that's my favorite right there, done and out. There's like one and then runner-ups to it or whatever, but I don't really have a favorite that's my favorite of everything I own. Yeah, I put them in categories. It's just easier for me to I don't think I've stated what my favorites are, but I don't think I've ever put on the table what my favorites are of those categories. I should do that sometime. I already have something for tomorrow, so I won't do that tomorrow. Oh, I love my AK shotgun, bro, and maybe my 1911. Nice. My AK shotgun is a cheaper brand. Atlantic Firearm sells it. It's called a DDI 12, I think. I have a 5 round mag and 2 10s, I think. I haven't used the 10, but I have used the 5. Works good. When I first tried it, it was a little dry because it was new, never fired. So I put some oil in it, and then after that, it ran pretty good. I've only have like 20 shots through it, or 20, 25, something like that. Not even a box. But it seems to work fine. Actually, that's when I haven't had it back there in a while, but a lot of times that's my behind the door gun. I'll put a buckshot in it. And then I have my pillow gun, which is normally one of my EDCs right here, or my 5.7 Rock, which is down underneath this bench. And then my vehicles, I use one of my EDCs I usually put in there. Hey, you're back again, huh? You were here before, but hi again. Yep, hi again. 15 of you in the chat. Thank you all for staying by. We've been on 2 hours and 5 minutes, almost 2 hours and 6. Decent amount of likes, I think. We had a lot of people in here at one time, about the 35 to an hour and a quarter mark. We had a lot of people in here. Thank you for showing up. The last couple days have been slow due to some of the happenings. Condolences to the Kirk family. We know a soldier has fallen. And we know that the Lord called him home, and will say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. God said his time was up, and he went. You can never have too much ammo unless you have a house fire. Yup, it's going to be one big firework in that corner if they go off. Because, I mean, even if you stick them in plastic or metal cans, it's still going to be... Yep. So, yeah. That safe I have fits 42. I don't know how packed that would be. I used to keep my ammo on one side and then my firearms on the other, but I just got too many firearms, so I just put my ammo on the shelf. 17 of you in the chat. You like this stuff? Double tap the screen and subscribe. We're hoping to get to 1,000 one day, folks. We did get almost 100 subscriptions today. We started at 710. We got to 809, and then we lost 3 for some reason. And we gained 1 back, and for a little bit it was jumping back and forth from 806, 807, and then it stayed at 807 for now, but we'll see. Yeah, thank you for coming by. We really appreciate it. Question for the night is, what is the gun you shoot the most and you are the most familiar with? That's what's on the table for me. We've got our 365 Sig Sauer. That's an EDC of mine. And this second EDC, 2.0 Bodyguard Smith & Wesson. Then we have a 22 Plinker, Walther P22. And we have a Mark IV Ruger, my FN57, my Canik Sketch Series Meta FSX 9mm, my Canik TTI Combat 9mm, and my Tisa's Double Stack Night Stalker. And I do shoot this little 22 a lot because it's really fun. Hey, who unsubscribed? Guys, don't do that. We don't want to do that. Don't do that. We were just 807. Someone unsubscribed. A little single shot Stevens here. It's really fun to shoot. Then my Colt. It's a Cimarron Colt 45 cartridge. And then my very nice Delton AR-15 with a Vortex strike fire and a 3x Vortex, magnifier. Those are my most common that I shoot the most. Here and there I'll shoot other stuff, but those are the ones I normally would take to the range with me. I'll usually have the 365 on my side, and then a lot of times I'll have this one, that one, and this one in a box with me to shoot. And sometimes I don't think I've ever had this one at the gun range, but I have had it elsewhere because an official gun range, I've been there a few times. I shoot in the desert a lot of times. My neighbor of my parents is a local sheriff. He made himself a little berm and put stakes in that I can put my steels in and shoot there. he lets his friends and me shoot there. So it's pretty fun. Do you have your own open land where you live? I have an acre, but I'm like in a neighborhood of acres. So, like I said, I shoot either out in the desert, on state trust land in certain areas. You can do that with a hunting license. That's your pass. And so there's areas I do that on. And then my parents' neighbor is a sheriff. And so he made himself a little berm with T-post where I can put my steel and latch them over and shoot those. It's fun. But that would be mostly pistols there. Out in the desert, I do rifles too, but long distances, my range only goes to 500, so it's not really a challenge for that 338 Lapua sniper I have. So there is a long, skinny road out in the desert that's not used much that I wouldn't mind putting a sign or a target way on the other end, which is probably at least maybe 700 or more. I did find out in the boonies last weekend where an old mine was. There was a platform that was super smooth, like some of the tillings that they pushed to the side that made it like a mesa. And then way out in the distance, probably 750, there's a big old whiteboard, probably like, I hiked up to it onto the mountain, probably like 2 foot by 20 inches. Whoa, what's that? I've never seen that little swirly. You guys still there? Sorry, guys, some weird thing popped up. I've never seen that before. It popped up with some advertisement while you're doing a live. I've never seen that happen. Sorry. So there was this white thingy that was about 2 foot by 24, 2 foot by 2 inches that was up on about 750 yards. I need to measure it and see. So I need to take my Lapua over there and see if I can hit that because I think it's 750. It's sighted in for 500, but you could sight that thing for 1,200. No problem. Some people have used the certain special rounds that they can shoot 2 miles with that thing. Let's see. You're lucky I have never been in the desert before. Okay. Eastern Washington, never got to see your message. I had this dumb advertisement thing pop up. I've never seen it before. Some weird swirly star thing in the center with the rest of the camera still on. And then it went to a Pinterest advertisement. I don't know if it thought I said something about Google or something and it started going towards that. I have no idea. We got back up to 807. I think someone's messing with it. Anywho, yeah, my screen went dark when that happened. Yeah, because the live disappeared for a little while. And then I had to wait until this ad passed, which I've never had. I mean, how does an ad happen on a live? I have no idea. I have, premium. YouTube Premium, so I have no idea why it's doing that. Let's see here. It's fine. I just commented on a picture turning off. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, so anyways, yeah, that's where I shoot usually, out in the desert. Like a lot of my shorts were out in the desert in a certain spot. And then the last shorts I did of shooting was at my parents' neighbor. That's a sheriff. It could be, I don't know if it does it. Maybe this does this with lives. That my Google Premium the other day said something about, I have it on auto payment. It had issues with the auto payment. Maybe for some reason it's realizing that it still didn't go through even though I changed the payment. That, because it was with an old credit card that expired or something like that. That even on lives it'll do ads now. I don't know. Why would you do ads on lives? That's weird. But yeah, it normally would do ads when you're playing a normal video. And it would interrupt you and have an issue, but yeah. But yeah, guys, I'll probably have to end here. I'm at 10:12 over here, and of course it's a lot later at other people's places. Eastern Washington's at 8:10, 12 as well. I know it's the weekend, or Sunday tomorrow. But I got to go to church a little earlier than normal because I'm having a different place. It's a little farther away, so want to make sure I get all cleaned up, get my rest, get that beauty sleep, right, Liz? So I'll go ahead and wind down. Appreciate you all coming by to Desert Armory and more. It's been fun hanging out with you all the last few that's been here. Appreciate you a lot. We got almost 100 subscriptions. I didn't think we were going to make it to 800, but we did. Hopefully it stays fairly long that way. So, yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and wind down. And we'll see you tomorrow around possibly 8 p.m. Arizona time. Probably be that a couple days yet, more than likely. So. And you've been watching Desert Armory More. Thank you for coming by. Y'all have a good night. Have a blessed night. Have a blessed rest of your life. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Sure, that's delicious. But at the same time, instead of doing that, trust God in those times of uncertainties instead. And our prayers go out to the Kirk family, as well as all the others that have suffered with loss recently. Y'all have a good night, y'all. Till next time, folks, go with God.